Hi everybody, my name is Deb. Welcome to the best channel on the internet. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, please turn on notifications so you will always know when I upload. And you can follow me on all social media at CodeDebYT. I woke up this morning to see that Nathan's formerly private Instagram is now public. I found out last night that Jeffree was following him on the private Instagram, which means that the two of them talked and Nathan must have allowed him to follow. I guess something happened this morning and Nathan just decided to let everybody follow him. So this morning, Jeffree and all the rest of the world were following him and his followers were growing and growing. But by the time I got ready to edit this video, I see that Jeffree is now no longer following Nathan and Nathan is no longer following Jeffree. Even though this morning he was. The tea I heard is that when Nathan originally started this account, Jeffree was following him and then either unfollowed or was blocked. So I was super happy last night to see that they were following each other. Now they're not following each other. Who knows? By the time I get this video out, maybe they'll be following each other again. Anyway, I really hope that the two of them can stay on good terms. I hope if they're listening, guys, you are dog dads together. You've been best friends for 5 years. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the property in Michigan. Nathan is in Michigan now visiting his family. We can now see on his Insta story, and as Jeffree said in his breakup video that he posted the other week. So how are you guys feeling about this split? Has it got you gutted? It seems like Jeffree 1 minute is up and moving on with his life, and the other next minute he's very, very sad. He even tweeted something out about that the other day. To quote the great Jessie J, "It's okay not to be okay." It also seems like sometimes on his social media posts, he's kind of trying to give messages to Nathan. Now, y'all, maybe I'm reading too much into this. Let me know in the comments. But for example, he posts a picture of a candle on his story and it says unconditional love. Then he's got a picture of the garage with one of the dogs, and I bet Nathan is missing the dogs so bad. And at least one of those 3 cars belongs to Nathan. I think it's the green one, but I didn't really keep up with their cars like that. And then there's a picture of the Willy Wonka, the famous Willy Wonka pinball machine. Y'all know Nathan loves his pinball, and you know that he's not got those 14 pinball machines out there in Michigan with him. And I believe they ordered this Willy Wonka one as a special kind of treat for the new house. Jeffree loves Willy Wonka. It's his favorite movie. The old version, not the Johnny Depp version, I'm assuming. And I also really like Willy Wonka. It is one of my favorite movies. Now, okay, y'all, put on your tinfoil hat here, but think about the story of Willy Wonka. Jeffree tweeted out, even before the breakup, that he was going to become the Willy Wonka of makeup. Willy Wonka is a guy who lived alone in a big house factory and kind of searched for the perfect person to be his companion, and a successor, which is Charlie. And he brought a bunch of kids in, and they all one by one failed various tests, and Charlie was the one who got to the finish line by virtue of basically just being a good person. So I don't know if maybe I am reading way too much into this. Jeffree was with Nate on New Year's Eve. They attended a hockey game in Los Angeles, and they looked super happy together. They looked like they had a great time, and he sounded really upbeat up until the day he disappeared off of social media. Even on New Year's Eve, it looked like he might have been sporting, to me, you know how I go, a really beautiful engagement ring. But I have heard that he wears like a friendship ring sometimes, and I've seen a lot of their past videos where he's wearing a ring. So just because it's on the ring finger doesn't mean that it's an engagement ring, but it is really nice. Anyway, I just continue to feel really bad for both of them, and I guess seeing Nate come back on social media today kind of made me think about their breakup all over again. I was super happy to see people being so nice to Nate. I was worried that the Jeffree fans might come for him, and I thought maybe that was even one reason why he was off of social media during the breakup, but everybody was being very supportive for the most part. I did see one person trying to catfish Nathan, which is super scummy, and I know that he is way too smart to fall for somebody like that. Moving on, now let's talk about Jeffree discontinuing 2 of his palettes, Thirsty and Alien. And also the fact that Tati Westbrook has unfollowed Jeffree, Shane, and even poor Ryland. Now, honey, I'm going to get straight into it right now. Word on the street is that Miss Tati Westbrook has unfollowed not only Jeffree Star, but also Shane Dawson and Ryland, and she just did it very recently. Jeffree, as we know, unfollowed Tati a while ago and didn't want to talk about it. And as far as I know, it's kind of just been silence and space between the two of them. But 6 days ago, Tati posted a picture of her new Blendiful powder puff, and Jeffree actually liked the picture. Tati's response was to unfollow Jeffree and Shane and Ryland. Now, the day after she posted the picture is the day that Jeffree uploaded his We Broke Up video. So I'm not sure if she unfollowed after that video was posted or before, if she knew what was going on with Jeffree in his personal life or not. But it does seem like very strange timing, and it also seems like a weird thing to do. Maybe that was Jeffree's way of trying to make amends. Speaking from experience, I can tell you men are very strange in how they act. And Tati maybe took it the wrong way. Maybe she thought something was up with his breakup. Maybe she just didn't want any more to do with him. And Shane and Ryland. Poor Ryland. What did Ryland do? Right? He just walks around in a onesie. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? And how are you liking Tati's Blendiful? I gotta say, personally, I wasn't compelled to order it. I am still waiting for her to release another palette because I don't really want the neutrals, but I do want to try her product. I just want like a really fun palette, something that I can have a good time with. Also in the news, Jeffree is discontinuing these two palettes, Alien and Thirsty. So let me tell you what I think about both of these, because one of them is one of my least favorites and one of them is maybe my all-time favorite palette. So Miss Thirsty here is actually the first Jeffree Star palette that I ever ordered. You can see I've still got her in her box. That's because she's rarely used. I just don't like the formula on Thirsty. I find her hard to work with. I actually did use her today to give her another chance, and I still had a hard time working with her. I think the colors on Thirsty are very cute, but the formula is it's just different. It's, for me, and I'm not the only one to say this, it's hard to work with. There's a channel called Porcelain who just recently did a video like ranking all of my Jeffree Star palettes, and I think she put Thirsty pretty low, and a lot of people in the comments were saying it was also one of their least favorites. Not because of the colors, because to me it's very cute, it's very useful. I love me some corals. I love some shimmers, and they swatch like nicely. I mean, some of them do, not that one so much. They're just hard to go on. I even tried wetting my makeup brush. I tried all the tricks that I know and couldn't get them to go on. So I'll hang on to this. There's been times where I've actually wanted to just, I hate to say it, just throw it out just to make room, but now it's gonna be a collector's item. I will hang on to it. It's pretty, and I hope that he does. Maybe he can do like a Thirsty 2 with a different formulation. I'm thinking because he just went to a trip to Idaho to a lab there. Maybe Thirsty was made in a different lab, and that's why it's got a different formula, and he's discontinuing it. Now let's take a look at Alien. Just looking at the packaging on this makes me smile so much. I don't know if this one came in a box or not, but I didn't save it. This one is so unique. It is awkward to work with. It's awkward to travel with. And I do suspect that the reason that it's being discontinued is not because it's a bad palette or bad colors or bad formulas, but because it's probably expensive, more expensive to make than the average palette. And maybe just the profit margin isn't there. But I think it's very cool. Let's take a look at Alien. One thing I don't like about Alien is you can't even fold her back flat. So it's annoying for me filming because I never want to have the mirror in the shot because that's just super distracting. But anyway, look, the colors are all beautiful. It's a really beautiful palette. One thing I noticed today, aside from having these amazing greens, these really swatch great. You can really use Alien for like a gray thing. It's got some neutrals in there. It's a really useful palette. Would I like it in more of a portable format? Yes, maybe there can be an Alien mini that's like a rectangle that doesn't have a mirror. I don't know why everybody wants to put a mirror in a palette and think it's like the greatest thing on earth. To me, it just makes the palette heavier and more inconvenient, A, to film with, but B, also to travel with. Every place I've ever gone to do my makeup, I've had a mirror. And in desperate times, I will look in my cell phone. I'd rather not have the mirror, that's just me, and have more portability. But I love this palette. I'm very sad that it's being discontinued. I'd say the formula quality to me is as good as Blood Sugar, Blue Blood. I know it sounds insane. I've had the Conspiracy palette since launch day and I haven't used it yet, but I know that one's got a nice formula because I swatched it in the store. So as far as the quality of Alien, I think it's right up there. I tend to use Blood Sugar more than Blue Blood just because of the particular colors that are in there, but I often will reach for Alien. And like I said, even if I'm not in a green mood, I've been doing a lot of more neutrals lately, just maybe because it's winter, I don't know, just to have a day look or whatever. But I absolutely love this palette. I'm very, very, very sad to see it go. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. First of all, was Tati being a see you next Tuesday, unfollowing Jeffree, or was it something that was long overdue? And what about poor Shane and Rylan? What did they do to her? And are you going to miss Thirsty? Are you going to miss Alien? Are you ready for new adventures with Jeffree Star Cosmetics? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment, and I'll see you very soon with another video.